Boycott Jimmy Kimmel live petition tops 150,000 signatures after ABC host mocked Melania Trump's accent. So basically, if you want to ever unite the mega base, attack the first family. Basically, it's enough to do it. Yeah, obviously, look, at the end of the day, it's funny because I was thinking along before this happened that the mega base, the Trump base, was being a little sleepy lately when it comes to winning elections and special elections and stuff. But this has actually given me a lot of new hope regards to the mega base and the midterms coming up to 2018. So what basically happened was Jimmy Kimmel went through and decided to poke fun at Melania Trump's accent. Now, which is the thing that really has offended a lot of people is the fact that he's attacking the First Lady. But the thing that I find very weird about this is the fact that Jimmy Kimmel is a progressive. At the end of the day, he should be welcoming of migrants, right? Like, that's their stock and state line. That's what they like to do. You know, open borders. It just seems that they only want to import their own minorities that vote for them. Because it seems like if you're a vote Republican, well, then they don't really have a problem with attacking you, I suppose. But yeah, that's the biggest thing that's annoyed me about this is the hypocrisy of it. The fact that Jimmy Kimmel will sit there and will go on about Melania Trump's accent and everything like that while preaching for open borders. Now, he also tried to poke fun at Sean Hannity, and these two had a bit of a Twitter war going on. So it's been a really bad week for Jimmy Kimmel. Now, obviously, at the end of the day, the petition has topped at 150,000 signatures. So let's jump into it and let's see. Oh, by the way, I will click a link to the petition below. I'm not advocating for people to sign it, but by this point, it's funny. And do what you like. A petition calling for the boycott of ABC's late night host Jimmy Kimmel surpassed 150,000 signatures after he decided a segment of his show to mock the First Lady Melania Trump's Slovenian accent. Kimmel drew criticism after mocking Mrs. Trump's accent, showing her a video of her reading a book to the children last week in the White House Easter egg hunt. I'll put a link of the video here if I've got it.
I want to really thank the First Lady, Melania, who has done an incredible job. She worked so hard on this event, and so I want to thank you.
Yeah. Not a chance she did one thing to help set that up. She didn't die egg, she didn't feel bad. The only thing she's been working on is an escape tunnel. No White House Easter celebration would be complete without story time from our First Lady.
Never stop exploring, because life would be boring. Be clever and curious, just like a cat. Ask lots of questions about this and that.
About this and that. Kimmel, you realize what this means? You could be First Lady of the United States.
On Monday night, left-wing host Jimmy Kimmel showed his true bigotry by mocking the way our First Lady was reading a children's book during the annual Easter egg roll and the White House, the petition reads. The organisers say they were sending the petition to the front door of Disney ABC Studios in order to send a message that the attacks on our First Lady will not be tolerated. The petition initially got the goal, which was 50,000 signatures. Meanwhile, it's now tripled its original target. Like, just put that into context. They were aiming for 50,000. They've got 150,000. Like, whoa. Kimmel's monologue was heavily criticised by Fox News' Sean Hannity, who called him a despicable disgrace and pointed to the fact that she speaks 5 languages. Which is completely true. You know, he's mocking her for her accent and whatnot. You know, dude, she speaks 5 languages. How many do you speak? And that's something that Sean Hannity actually said on the night. A spat between the two men over Twitter ensued, leading several users to accuse Kimmel of making homophobic slurs about Hannity's relationship with President Donald Trump. On Sunday, Kimmel apologized to Hannity for causing offense to gay people, but offered no apology to Melania Trump. Quote, by lampooning Sean Hannity's defense to the president, I almost certainly did not intend to belittle or upset members of the gay community and those who took offense. I apologize, he said in a statement. Now, at the end of the day, that is also another point as well, which is more hypocrisy from the left. They're supposedly pro-gay, pro-LGBTQ plea, whatever, and yet here he is literally going through in this tweet, making fun of Sean Hannity and being homophobic. So at the end of the day, what's the takeaway from all this? Well, the petition itself, I think, is merely more significant in the fact that look how many signatures we've got, and it will put pressure on Jimmy Kimmel and with his ABC executives. If we can get 150,000 signatures to show up and to say, look, 150,000 people have a problem with what he said, then there might be disciplinary action from the ABC. As for the whole stop watching the ABC or his talk show, I don't think anybody on the Trump base is actually watching it. So at the end of the day, I don't really think that would actually make a difference. I think it's more just significant in the fact that we've got 150,000 people that are pissed off with the way that he's talked to the First Lady, and hopefully there'll be some sort of reaction when it comes to the ABC. Now, at the end of the day, a question about this, do I support these sort of tactics? Up until a few years ago, I would have said no. But here's the problem. The left have been using these tactics for years now, and it doesn't ever seem to be letting up. We've just recently had Laura Ingraham under attack from people wanting to boycott her sponsors. If you're going to go through and use these tactics, don't be surprised if the tactics are used back on you. Now, I'm not saying go through and find his sponsors and threaten to boycott them. I'm sure someone else has already done that. But at the end of the day, hey, if you go through and if you guys on the left want to use these tactics, then don't be surprised if the people on the right also want to use them as well. All's fair in love and war, as they say. Look, at the end of the day, as for the comments themselves, look, yeah, they're in bad taste. My problem with them was merely the fact that he was hypocritical, due to the fact that, he's progressive left, or definitely left anyway, and he's supposed to be pro-open borders, yet here he is literally attacking a migrant who has a different opinion than him. So it's not the case that they want to import migrants, it's that more that they want to import migrants that will vote left. And that's the takeaway I get away, which we already knew anyway, but he's just basically reaffirmed it. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do you think Jimmy Kimmel is a piece of shit? Do you think that we should boycott his supporters or his sponsors? Or do you think this petition will do anything? Do you believe that he was in the right to attack the First Lady due to the fact that she's a politician and she's all fair game? A few people are making that argument. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great day and enjoy.